Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. Brexit architect Nigel Farage, I believe that's his name, had some stunning words to say about this raid of Donald Trump's home. Apparently to find documents that were classified documents, supposedly that Trump had taken with him after he left the White House. And this individual has some stunning words to say. So I'm going to read what he has to say in this article, and then I'm going to give you my commentary. So let's get right into this. And it says, Brexit firebrand Nigel Farage has expressed his shock at what he called the appalling raid on the former President Donald Trump's home yesterday. Brexit architect and political commentator Nigel Farage has expressed his shock at last night's FBI raid and on former President Donald Trump's home Monday morning, an action the veteran populist firebrand described as appalling. Occurring on Monday, FBI agents reportedly entered the former president's home and forcefully gained access to a safe in the residence, with Trump himself lamenting that, quote, nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before, end quote. And let me say this real quick. Presuming that this is what it is, which is clearly what it is, I am shocked at how Trump is able to handle this without just going crazy. The average person, I don't know if they could handle this. It's amazing the resilience he has. But let's go on. This is a sentiment that Farage has expressed emphatic agreement with the JB News commentator, saying that the raid shows that the American establishment is, quote, very, very scared of Donald Trump. You think? No former president has ever been treated like this, Farage said during a Tuesday morning interview with JB News, with the former Brexit party leader emphasizing that even former disgraced President Richard Nixon, who was caught spying on his Democrat colleagues, was never this harshly treated. They're scared he's going to come back. His party will storm the midterms, and he's coming back to the White House in 2024, he continued. Farage also ridiculed the very justification for the FBI raid, with a longtime ally of President Trump claiming that while there was no conspiracy surrounding the events of January 6th, and by extension, no documents in existence detailing such a conspiracy, the idea that any sensitive documents that would be stored at Trump's home is laughable. Now listen to what he says here, which makes a lot of sense. He says, do you honestly think that if he had taken documents that they'd be stored at his home? He laughed. I mean, it's so ridiculous to be totally absurd. On a more serious note, Farage also expressed concern that the raid could prompt a violent backlash from a deeply divided American public that has gotten used to the idea that rioting and street violence has a place in its democracy. And that's what I said in my previous video. I see that that's what's happening. There's a lot of tension rising up, and there's more tension rising up with the conservatives as well. And I believe that that's planned. But let's go on. The danger and the worry is that the divisions in America are so great, the preponderance we have seen towards street violence is growing. And I just worry that it could provoke some sort of violent reaction, he said. Nevertheless, the architect behind Britain's exit from the EU ultimately concluded that the raid will play into the hands of both the Republicans and Donald Trump himself during the coming elections, with Farage saying that many members of the general public will be greatly concerned by the nature of the FBI's actions. To any fair-minded person, they're going to say, quote, how on earth can this be happening in 21st century America? What have we become, a banana republic, he said? In terms of the electorate and fair-minded people, it will play very heavily in Donald Trump's favor, he said. And that's the end of that article there. But suffice it to say, he's bothered by this clearly, and he made a valid point. If in fact Trump did take some classified documents from the White House, why would he put it in his home? Even if he put it in a safe, why would he put it in his home? He put it somewhere where you couldn't get to it. Come on, man. You know, but put it to you like this. Let's be realistic. I'm going to give you my commentary on this. What I see here is, I'm going to repeat what I said in my last video and then add a little extra to that. I do see violence being initiated, but I also see a revolution being initiated. Now you may ask, what do I mean? What I mean is that the communists and Marxist insurgents that are a part of our government is trying their best, in my opinion, to create a civil revolution between races of people, whites and blacks, gays and heterosexuals, conservatives and liberals. They're trying to create a revolution, cause as much chaos as they possibly can, and then come in and save the day with a socialist government, thus merging us with the United Nations and creating their what's called North American Union. The North American Union. You may be asking, what is the North American Union? The merging of America, Canada, and Mexico into one. They already have there's already talk of an African Union and an Asian Union. We already have the United European Union. Let's get this North American Union going. We got to get that union. You got to get that global government going. That's what I see going on here. A global socialist / communist government. And that this raid, I believe, in my opinion, is just a prelude to what the government will do to people in this country who disagree with their socialist / communist worldview and agenda. If people don't wake up in this country and know that they're being manipulated, they're going to fall for the okie doke. They're going to vote for these politicians who are not what they say they are, and they're going to empower these politicians to completely destroy this country. Now, I know that sounds fearful, but I'm saying that because really, ultimately, the power is in the hands of the people. It's in our votes. But see, the Marxists that have infiltrated our government, if you're not able to detect a Marxist ideology and their tactics, then you won't be able to make proper decisions when it comes to voting. If you're not able to detect the Marxists, you won't be able to vote properly. I'm going to end this video on this note. One of the signs of a Marxist is a person that constantly comes in to stir up division between groups. What they do is they agitate the groups. They frustrate the groups, try to show how they're oppressed and marginalized and rejected. Oh, you're just so oppressed and marginalized and rejected. And the reason for this is because this group over here is the one that's doing it to you. It's all designed to cause frustration and rage in the groups in order to create moral chaos, and which would lead inevitably to a revolution, a war. But if we wake up in America and see the Marxist tactics and devices that are being used, we can be able to stop what they're trying to do and vote with brains, vote with intelligence, vote with good judgment. So prayerfully, hopefully, that's what's going to happen. That's my prayer. That's my hope. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you all, and see you again.